Welcome to my channel. Our today's topic is electrostatics. Electrostatics, it is not a new topic. Actually, people observed some things related to this chapter in 600 BC, around 600 BC, that is 600 years before Christ. It was the Greek people who first observed that a material called amber attracted pieces of cork. They wondered, what is this? First time they were observing that one, and they named amber as electron. Electron means charge. In Greek language, amber was called as electron, and the actual meaning of electron is charge. So similarly, not only amber, later people they observed many objects which attracted pieces of paper, pieces of cork, like that. For example, when a glass rod is rubbed with a silk cloth, glass rod and silk cloth both exhibited electrical properties. Similarly, when ebonite rod is rubbed with fur, it also exhibited the properties. When a plastic rod is rubbed with fur, then it also exhibited some electrical properties. Actually, this amber, what is amber? Do you know? Amber is it is a yellow colored translucent material which was obtained by from extended coniferous trees. When coniferous forests were extincted, the liquid material from the trees, it is solidified in due course of years, and it has become into a solid hard substance which is called as amber. It is a translucent material. So by the time of its makeover from liquid state to solid state, the insects or worms or other things, they got embedded into that liquid. Even after it has become into solid, we can observe the ants and worms there. We can observe the pictures here. You can notice worms and other insects in the amber. Amber is also used to make in making ornaments. So it is a translucent material. Do you know what is translucent material? It is a material which allows the light to partially pass through it, not completely. If a substance allows light to completely pass through it, such substance is known as transparent. If it allows partially through it, it is known as translucent. If it does not allow, it is known as opaque. See the diagram pictures here. So three glasses, we have taken three objects: opaque, translucent and transparent. If we observe the giraffe from opaque, we cannot notice. Translucent, it is partially observed, and from transparent, it is clearly observed. That is the difference here. So this amber is a translucent material. Just like our Pear soap is also a translucent. Actually, it is written transparent on Pear soap, but it is not a transparent, it is a translucent. Okay, so people they observed this type of behavior of objects. So now they at that time they are not having any knowledge, but now we are having so much information regarding this in the form of the chapter electrostatics. We can learn all these things in this chapter. Why what is the reason behind the objects to behave in such a way? What actually has happened there? So let us see. So even we can notice when we go for a head bath, and after if we comb hair after head bath with a plastic comb, and if we keep the comb on a pieces of papers near pieces of paper, you can notice the pieces of paper clinging to the surface of the comb. That is, the comb attracts the pieces of paper. Even we can notice it. See that cat, the fate of the cat. See the fur of the cat, it has charged and it attracts the pieces of the thermocol pieces. I think it got see how funny the picture is. It has got attracted. So all these things, all the facts behind this, we can learn from this chapter electrostatics. So let us see what is behind the charge. So in the universe there are two types of charges. One is positive charge, another one is negative charge. And the fundamental charge is the charge on an electron. The fundamental charge is the charge on an electron, and it is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. The charge on the electron is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs, and it is the possible fundamental charge in this universe. That is, there is no charge less than this. So here there are two types of charges are there. One is the positive charge, another one is negative charge. Okay, then these charges, where do we find these electrons? See, you know, in the entire universe, in every material we find electrons. Then we may get one doubt, why we are not getting electric shock. We do not get electric shock. Why? Because, you know, electrons are constituent particles of atoms here. The atom contains equal number of protons also, and the charge of proton and charge of electron, both of them are equal in magnitude but opposite. So proton is positively charged particle, whereas electron is negatively charged particle. The magnitude of charge on the proton also same charge. So, and in the atom, number of electrons is equal to number of protons. So the total negative charge and total positive charge, it is equal in an atom. Hence atom is considered to be electrically neutral. Okay. Next, so there are two charges are there, positive charge and negative charge, and the fundamental charge is the charge of an electron. And atoms are neutral because the total negative charge is equal to total positive charge. Okay, next question is how, so what do you mean, how a body acquires positive charge, how a body acquires negative charge? Simple here. Proton has no role in charging a body. Only electrons, they are having role in charging a body. So then electron is negatively charged body, negative electrons can supply only negative charge to the body. That means we can get negative charges because of electrons. Then how can we get positive charges? Protons will help us to get positive charged bodies? No, protons cannot come out. No, they are confined to nucleus. They are strongly packed in the nucleus, and these electrons, they are loosely bound. When compared to the strong bonding between protons, the electrons are loosely bound with the nucleus, and the outermost electrons, the valence electrons, are further loosely bound, and they take part in charging a body. So these electrons, due to the transfer of these electrons only, a body gets charged. So how a body gets positively charged, how a body gets negatively charged? If a body loses electrons, it becomes positively charged, and if a body gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged. From where the body acquires electrons or to where the body loses electrons. See, when silk cloth is rubbed with, when a glass rod is rubbed with silk cloth, what happened means, glass rod lost electrons to silk cloth. Thus, glass rod acquires positive charge and silk cloth acquires negative charge. And these positive and negative charges, they attract each other. Opposite charges attract each other, while like charges, that is similar charges, so two positive and positive charge, two positive charges, they attract, they repel each other. Two negative charges repel each other. A positive charge and negative charge, they attract each other. So like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. So this is the nature of charges. Got this? So this is all about, this is the introduction regarding electrostatics. And one more thing you should know is the definition of, two definitions are there, important definitions, you should know about them. One is a charge, other one is electrostatics. One is charge, other one is electrostatics. What is a charge? Is it a material? No, it is not a material. A charge is actually a property of material. Charge, what is charge? It is property of material by virtue of which the material exhibits electrical and magnetic effects. Then what is electrostatics? Electro means charge, statics means rest. So the study of charges at rest is known as electrostatics. Okay, this is all about the introduction part of electrostatics. Okay, now let us see some important facts about electrical charges. The first one is charge is of two types. That is, a body can become a positively charged body or it can become a negatively charged body. How it can become a positively charged body? By losing electrons, it becomes a positively charged body, and by gaining electrons, it can become a negatively charged body. So charge is of two types. Charge is of two types. One, positive charge, and two, negative charge. Positive charge and negative charge. So a body becomes positively charged. See here how it becomes positively charged? By losing electrons. By losing electrons, a body can become positively charged, and by gaining electrons, a body can become negatively charged body. By gaining electrons, by gaining electrons, a body can become negatively charged body. For example, sodium is there. Sodium, it loses one electron and gives rise to sodium, Na plus ion. Similarly, the neutral chlorine atom, it takes one electron and it becomes negatively charged chloride ion. So see here, previously sodium, it is neutral body, chlorine, it is a neutral body. Now sodium has become positively charged and chlorine has become negatively charged. See, sodium became positively charged body by losing electrons, whereas chlorine, it became negatively charged body by gaining electrons. Right? Yes. Next one. Like charges repel and unlike charges attract. What do you mean by like charges? Suppose if you consider two positive charges, they are like charges. If you take a pair of negative charges, they are like charges. If you take one positive charge, another negative charge, they are unlike charges. So here, like charges repel and unlike charges attract. See here, like charges repel and unlike charges attract. See here, what are like charges? Similar charges. So here positive charge, here a positive charge and another positive charge, they are tied here by means of strings to a rigid support and they are left close to each other. Then what happened? They are repelled away from each other. See? So here, let us take these negative charges. They are also like charges because they are same nature. So they are also repelling here. Here, see here, one is positive charge, another one is negative charge. They are unlike charges. So these charges, they are attracting each other. So it is clear that like charges repel and unlike charges attract. Okay, next one is conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. So here, in an isolated system, if you consider an isolated system, the algebraic sum of charges always remains the same. Okay, algebraic sum of charges means you should take sign into consideration. That is, for positive charge you should give plus sign and for negative charge you should give minus sign. So in that way you should add. So algebraic sum of the charges in an isolated system always remains constant. What does it mean? It means that the charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. So charge can only transfer from one body to another body. So it can neither be created nor be destroyed. Hence we can say that charge is conserved. So here For example, let us consider an isolated system. Let us consider two spheres here. It is having a charge of plus 10q, and here let us consider one more sphere. It is having a charge of minus 2q. Okay, now let us take these two bodies as an isolated system. Isolated system means they are not in contact, or they are not in interaction with any other charges present in their surroundings. They are completely isolated. See, now on this sphere, what is the charge? Plus 10q. On this sphere, what is the charge? Minus 2q. Now tell me, what is the total charge in this system? It is plus 10q plus minus 2q. So this equal how much? 10q plus minus 2q equal to 10q plus into minus 2q is equal to 8q. So this system contains plus 8q charge, or a positive charge of magnitude 8q. So what is the charge on this body? Plus 10q, a positive charge of 10q. What is the charge on this body? Negative charge of 2q here. So what is total charge? Positive charge. It is 8q. Now let us attach these spheres by means of some wire. Then what happens? Some charge from this sphere, let us suppose plus 3q charge passes from this sphere to this sphere, from large sphere to small sphere. So now what will be the charge in this case after passage of this one? Now let the charge be, here as it loses plus 3q, the remaining charge is plus 7q. Here it is gaining plus 3q. So what is the charge here? Plus q. Now check what is the sum in this case? 7q plus positive charge only, this one also, plus q equal to 8q. Check here this one and this one. Before a wire is attached, what was the charge? 8q, plus 8q only. After the wire is attached, what is the charge? Plus 8q, because this is isolated system and it has no chance of getting charges from outside the system, from the surroundings, or it cannot gain electrons, or it cannot lose electrons to its surroundings. Okay, so in this case, so we can say that charge is conserved. Electric charge is always conserved, and no need to worry if conservation of electric charge, it is universal or not. Conservation of electric charge is universal. It is always, in any situation, in any condition, it is always conserved. Even it is in nuclear reactions or in chemical reactions also, charge is conserved. So no need to worry about this one. This is universal. So conservation of charge is an universal law. Okay. Now let us see the next one is quantization of charge. What do you mean by quantization? See here, what is the fundamental charge that exists in this universe? The fundamental charge is nothing but the charge on an electron. What is the charge? Its magnitude is given by 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. There is no charge smaller than this charge in our universe. So this is the fundamental charge. Okay, and you know, when a body is charged, the body is charged due to transfer of electrons. Previously we learned, a body by losing electrons it acquires positive charge, and by gaining electrons it acquires negative charge. So here a body is charged by a transfer of electrons. So what is the magnitude of charge a body can acquire? How the magnitude of charge is acquired? Let us check here. So here, if q is the charge on a body, it is always equal to plus or minus Ne. So here charge on a body is an integral multiple of charge of an electron, because charge of an electron is the fundamental one. So charge acquired by any body is equal to an integral multiple of charge of an electron. Integral means here it is not an integer. Integral means here it is a whole number. What is n here? N is a whole number. Here integral means it is saying that it is a whole number, but it is not a fraction, or it is not a fraction. A fraction is not possible. So always charge on any body will be like this, and here plus for positive charge and minus for negative charge. Okay, plus and minus for positive and negative charges. Here n is whole number, here E is charge of an electron. So if a body acquires charge, it will be always in this form only. That means Q cannot be written as plus 0.7 E. We cannot write like this. It is not possible. This is not a whole number. 0.7 is not a whole number. Or we cannot write Q equal to minus 36.7 E. We cannot write. So such fractions or such decimals, they are not possible. Only whole numbers are possible. See, just like in biscuit packets, how many biscuits are in general packed? Some 10 biscuits or 12 biscuits or 15 biscuits, like that. You cannot find 15 and a half biscuits, 10 and a half biscuits, 10 3/4 biscuits in a packet. No. So unit itself is a biscuit. You can always pack the packet with whole number, 10 biscuits, 12 biscuits, 15 biscuits or 20 biscuits, depending on the package. So got it? So such type of distribution is not possible in the case of charge acquired by a body. So charge on a body is always written as Q equal to plus or minus Ne. Okay? So you can say that charge is an integral multiple of charge on an electron. So this is known as quantization of charge. A quantum means what? A packet. It is a fixed amount. Nobody can change it. Okay, we cannot make half electron. We cannot get half electron charge. We cannot get 3/4 charge of an electron. It is not possible. So it is fixed, right? So this is all about quantization of charge. Next one is number 5. Charge is non-relativistic. Charge is non-relativistic. You know, mass is relativistic. Mass is relativistic, length is relativistic, time is relativistic according to special theory of relativity. That is, those physical quantities, they change with the motion of the body. Mass changes, length changes, time also changes according to motion of the body. So that's why we are having relativistic mass. For example, if a mass tries to move with a velocity equal to that of light, its mass increases to infinity and it never reaches the velocity of light. It can always acquire velocity less than that of light. So here mass is relativistic, that is, its mass changes, its relativistic mass, that is the mass with respect to its motion, mass assigned to the motion of the particle. So that mass changes with the motion, but here charge is considered to be non-relativistic, that is, there is no change regarding the magnitude of the charge with respect to the motion of the charge, with respect to its motion. Okay, so charge is a non-relativistic quantity. Got it? Next one, the last important one is a stationary charge. It produces electric effects. So next one, a charge in uniform motion. A charge in uniform motion, that is, a moving with a constant velocity. Uniform motion means what? Moving with a constant velocity. If a charge is in uniform motion, that is, if it moves with a constant velocity, that is V equal to constant, then it exhibits both electric and magnetic effects. Then what if a charge accelerates? Third one, if a charge accelerates, do you know what happens? It exhibits electric effect, it exhibits magnetic effect, and also it radiates electromagnetic radiations. And here, if acceleration is non-uniform, then in that case there will be back reaction, if it is a uniform acceleration, there will be no back reaction. It just emits electromagnetic radiations. So we never find in IIT, JEE or NEET, we did not deal about back reactions and all these things. Just no need to bother about this. What you should learn here is, if a charge accelerates, it exhibits electric and magnetic effects and also radiates electromagnetic radiations. These are all important facts about electric charges.